Malunga. I am primarily, for the purpose of SAQA, the chairperson of the Foreign Qualifications Committee, and I'm also, in my other life, the Deputy Public Protector of the country. Do we want people who are unqualified, heading our institutions? What does that say about us? Well, I think the big elephant in the room, really, as everybody would know, is the issue of fraudulent qualifications. Sadly, it has the effect of eating up very precious time that would be utilized discussing the value and quality of qualifications, which is really what we are more about. Remember, we've got this very elaborate process in SAQA to evaluate both our own qualifications, that is South African qualifications, and also foreign qualifications. Because of the much publicized incidents of misrepresentation of qualifications by very high profile people. I mean, I think I don't have to repeat that on camera. People know who they are. Big major parastatals, high profile politician, all those people who should be, on average, be the custodian of moral values, the custodians of a country's value system and an ethical backbone, are actually being found wanting. And for me, that is something that we should actually ensure that it is nipped in the bud, that we deal with the challenge of a laissez-faire approach to the issue of qualifications, a laxity where people believe that they can get by without qualifications. And the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Benz Mande, has put it very beautifully when he has said that these instances of fraudulent qualifications and of course misrepresentation by people who are in big jobs without qualifications, they tend to undermine our educational system. And so we need to actually get back to the drawing board and see what is going wrong in terms of the institutions that first and foremost hire people who are unqualified. But secondly, what is also going wrong with regard to verification, because some of the people have claimed to have these qualifications and have not had those qualifications. Subsequently, it has been proven. And then, of course, then we have to discuss what can be done long term to ensure that this does not happen. And of course, I see a national sort of consensus that has to be built, whether it be between civil society, between government, the private sector, and so forth, to say, look, there has to be a system in place, and SAQA is part of that system. Sort of like a national integrity framework. As much as you have, for example, the Public Protector, the Auditor General, the NPA, the Hawks, as graft-busting mechanisms. Likewise, we will have to have a qualifications blitz, as it were. And I certainly believe that there has to be a more concerted effort to criminalize behavior where people claim and fraudulently acquire, big positions, or fraudulently acquire certain benefits as a result of lying about their qualifications and so forth and so on. What SAQA really does, we also have to share as part of this engagement, our experiences with the rest of Africa, the challenges in verification of qualifications, and of course, what we experience as far as the directorate. Are the qualifications that are coming to us authentic? People who are able to fake currency, they're able to fake US dollars, they're able to fake rands, sometimes very good-looking fakes. They are more intensified mechanisms of screening qualifications that come from outside, that come from within South Africa to check if they're authentic. The challenge with paper-based things and qualifications is that, even electronic, people always want to beat the system. And and those who have dodgy certificates, they probably must start shaking now. We will be able in future to verify this electronically. But just by punching in the name of somebody, it should be able to be clear whether someone has got a legitimate SAQA verification. We need to move into the post-modern, post-technological world that says, how do we deal with those particular individuals who want to beat the system? Let's beat them at their own game.